Hey guys, what up? It's your boy Psycho Bliat back at it again with another undead video. Now, why is today's video an undead video, you might ask? Well, because today we're going to be talking about the 2018 DCOM Zombies and its plot, which seems to resemble the scrapped original plot of a certain animated movie also about racism. So without further ado, let's just jump into it. Alright, so first let's talk about the plot of Zombies. Zombies begins with an introduction into the history of the city of Seabrook with a nuclear meltdown occurring 50 years ago, which resulted in some of the populace of Seabrook becoming undead flesh eaters. In order to combat the threat, the people of Seabrook built a wall to separate them. Then, the zombies were finally tamed via their Z-band, which uses electromagnetic waves to calm them down. Flash forward to modern times and we follow a normal girl named Addison, who isn't exactly so normal because she has white hair and wears a wig because her family is afraid of her being ostracized by their judgmental society. And we also follow Zed, a zombie boy excited to be part of the first integrated school. Wackiness and romance ensues as the two meet, fall in love, and have to hide their love from the world. Meanwhile, in order to be better at football, Zed tampers with his Z-band, causing the final conflict. They fight, they dance, people see that they aren't that different from zombies, and they all live happily ever after in this thinly veiled, allegorical racist society. Now let's talk about Zootopia and what it originally was going to look like. In the original screenplay for Zootopia, we may follow Nick's journey instead of Judy's, but the world is very much the same, with predators and prey living peacefully amongst each other. Except, in order to achieve such a feat, predators had to be fitted with tame collars that shock them when they get too excited, as demonstrated by this deleted scene of a young polar bear getting his collar at his birthday party when he becomes of age to receive his collar.
Is this a taming party?
With this collar, Zootopia welcomes you.
With this collar, Zootopia welcomes me.
With this collar, Zootopia celebrates you.
With this collar, Zootopia celebrates me.
With this collar, Zootopia accepts you.
With this collar, Zootopia accepts me. What's wrong, Papa?
Nothing. Papa is just happy for you.
Thank you, Papa.
Morris. Morris! Go.
Heartbreaking stuff. Anyways, in the original plot, Nick has to get his collar removed for the first time while at the doctor, and in his state of pure ecstasy without the collar, he dreams of a world where predators can live and be as happy as they so choose without the burden of the collar. He then concocts up the idea of an amusement park called Wild Times, where his dreams can become a reality for all predators. Fearing that the predators would have their collars removed permanently, the city would send Judy Hopps to investigate Wild Times and close it down. And ultimately, the two become unlikely friends, go on an adventure, and yada yada yada. They all live happily ever after in this thinly veiled, allegorical, racist society. Now, the reason why this version was scrapped was because this world had felt too dystopian for the directors. Funnily enough, it sure wasn't too dystopian for Disney Channel, because it seems that some executive at Disney Channel saw the scrap plot for Zootopia and thought it'd be the perfect plot for a DCOM that would function as an allegory for racism, when they already had one, Descendants. And before that, they had Halloween Town High. And before that, they had The Color of Friendship. What then, you might ask, makes zombies stand out amongst the crowd? Well, I would say the allegory in this movie is probably the least subtle thing possible. There are several times when one of the zombies, Eliza, talks about revolting against their oppressors, being offended by slur phrases like joking about eating brains and what have you. She's a zombie SJW in a nutshell. To me, Zombies is a burning reminder of what Zootopia might have been. But thank goodness we got a movie that is actually clever and ambiguous in its allegory, enough to the point where I couldn't tell you if the predators are the minorities or if the prey are the minorities. But anyways, to sum it up, similarities between the original plot of Zootopia and Zombies include both of them starting with a Z. Okay, that one doesn't count. Both taking place in allegorical racist societies with two rival groups. Both have a ban system that uses electricity to calm down the predators in fear that they would eat the prey. Both follow an unlikely duo of members of the opposing classes who find out that their initial premonitions of the other are all wrong. Now, some differences between the original plot of Zootopia and Zombies. Unlike the predators in Zootopia, the zombies actually need the Z-band, considering we see what happens when the Z-band turns off with the zombies going savage, while such is not the case in Zootopia, since we see nothing particularly dangerous happens when a predator takes off his tame collar. Also, unlike in Zombies with Zed and Addison, there was never a romance planned for Nick and Judy. In the end, I think it's quite obvious that some elements of the scrap plot for Zootopia definitely went into the production of Zombies, which was already based on a pilot for a failed TV show made back in 2011 called Zombies and Cheerleaders, where Luke Benward was Zed, Mile Mitchell was Addison, and John DeLuca was Bucky. Funnily enough, the Z-Band was already an established concept in this pilot, which came out 5 years before Zootopia, but the segregated society wasn't. So what I think happened was that Disney Channel had been, an executive at Disney Channel had been reminded for that pilot when Zootopia was released, and they saw the unused shock collar elements, and realized that this segregated society would be the perfect addition to this lackluster pilot, and they opted to make a movie instead of a TV show. I'm not gonna lie, this pilot looks kind of interesting, and I really wish I could access it in its entirety, but unfortunately I really can't seem to find it on the internet. But anyways guys, hope you learned a lot from this video. I certainly did in my research. Like, I didn't know anything about Zombies and Cheerleaders prior to this. And I'm excited to see what's next for Zootopia and Zombies, considering Zombies 2 came out this past Valentine's Day, and I still haven't seen it. But anyways, happy late Valentine's Day. I hope you guys liked the video. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, DLive for more content like this, and I'll see you all later. Bye-bye!